Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. Happy snowy day. I hope you all are staying safe out there if you have to be on the road and maybe getting a little chance to enjoy the beautiful snow. I have a bunch of things coming up in December. We are now thoroughly into December. It's December 2nd, so we've got a bunch of holiday stuff coming up. But I actually want to start with what's happening this week. December 5th, that's this Thursday, is our next 20s and 30s outing. We're going to go to trivia night again at Liquid Therapy, and we're going to meet at 7:15-ish. Trivia begins promptly at 7:30, so definitely be there by 7:30. Anyone in their 20s and 30s is welcome to join us. Sadie is going to be organizing this, so she's the one to look for when you get there. Again, that's December 5th, this Thursday, and feel free to reach out to me or Sadie if you have any questions about that. This Saturday is our next Wiggle and Wonder. So this is the program that I've been doing for the last few months for kids ages 0 to 2, although we're a little flexible on the upper end of that, and their caregivers. And we're doing it on Tuesdays. We've switched to Saturdays, and it'll be either the first or second Saturday, just depending on my schedule, for the rest of the church year. So that's happening this Saturday, December 7th at 10 a.m. in the chapel, and everyone is welcome to join us. So please, I'd love to see you there. This is the last week to sign up for Fellowship Hour and Greeting for 2020 before we sign you up for a time. So if you could check your email, see if you've gotten that link to sign up. I will be sending those out again this week, so watch for that. And if you haven't signed up yet, please do sign up. That makes it easier for me if you pick your dates, because then you get to decide. And for all of you who have already signed up, a bunch of you have, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. This Sunday, we've got a whole ton of things happening. We'll do our second service on awe. It's called The Wonder of Discovery. Our children will be in Children's Chapel this Sunday, so starting in Children's Chapel and then heading to their workshops. Where they're doing some really fun activities around awe, including getting ready for a solstice-themed service on December 22nd that our children and youth will be leading, which should be really fun. After the service, our Christmas Eve choir will be rehearsing for the first time. They'll be rehearsing December 8th, December 15th, and December 22nd, all from 11:30 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. All the rehearsals will be in the Campbell Chapel, and you can attend as many rehearsals as you are able. They're going to be singing two songs. Il est né Noël, He is Born, which is an 18th century French carol, and A la Nanita Nana, which is a traditional Spanish carol. So we'll get some foreign language fun in there. The Christmas Eve choir will sing at both of the Christmas Eve services, but you don't have to commit to being at both of them to sing in the choir. You can choose to be at 5 p.m., 7 p.m., or both, whatever works for you. So again, they'll rehearse for the first time this Sunday, and then we'll rehearse for the next 3 Sundays. Also, after the service this Sunday, we have 2 groups who will be meeting, the Men and Masculinities group, as well as the Parenting group. Both of those will be at 11:30, and we're kind of shuffling people around a little bit because we have a lot going on, so probably those groups will be in rooms 6 and 7. So just pay attention on the Sunday announcements. That'll tell you exactly which room those are in. And we're going to have our book fair again. We kicked off our book fair this past Sunday. I hope some of you got a chance to take a look at the great books and fun swag that we have. And come on out again this Sunday if you didn't get a chance. Well, that'll be in the fellowship room right after the service for about an hour after the service. It'll be there during fellowship hour. So come maybe get some holiday gifts there. It's a great way to support the church and get some good UU gear. And one more thing for Sunday, if you can believe it, our youth group is having their monthly meeting. That's at 6 p.m. So all high school aged youth are welcome to join for that. And we are still looking for a few people to take extra fellowship hour and greeting slots through the end of the year. I'll put the link to sign up for that in the comments. We just have a few Sundays left, and I'd love your help. Next week, we've got a few things happening. UU History Movie Night is starting next week, December 10th. That's at 7 p.m. up in the youth room. Well, each month, they'll be watching a different video from a series called The Long Strange Trip. It's a really wonderful series about Unitarian Universalism. So if you want to learn more about UU history, it's a relaxed setting. You watch a movie, you talk about it. You don't have to prepare it all beforehand. That's December 10th. And on December 14th, we've got our annual carol singing and potluck evening. We'll be starting off with carols at 4 p.m. up in the auditorium. Jed will be there on piano. He'll take requests, of course. We'll have some lyrics printed out for the ones that we know people want to sing. If there's a request that you have, you can let me know, and we'll make sure that we have the lyrics for it. And then afterwards, we'll all gather in the dining room for a potluck dinner. So come on out on December 14th to get your holiday spirit on with carols and dinner. And on December 22nd at 4 p.m., Ben is going to be leading a Solstice Labyrinth experience. So he'll be sharing more about that in the next few weeks. But if you love solstice and love ritual, mark your calendars for that, December 22nd at 4 p.m. And of course, our Christmas Eve services are just 22 days away now, December 24th at 5 and 7 p.m. As we've been doing for the last few years, the earlier service at 5 p.m. will be more family-oriented. There'll be an interactive nativity story. And then the 7 p.m. service will be my modern take on lessons and carols. We'll have a whole bunch of different readings on the Christmas story, different takes on it, and we'll be singing a lot at both. And of course, both services will include our traditional candle lighting at the end while we sing Dona Nobis Pacem and Silent Night. So I hope I will see you at one of our Christmas Eve services. And that's all I've got for this week. If you have anything you want me to include next week, just send me an email before 9 a.m. on Monday morning, and I will make sure to include it. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful week.